Okay, the next method we're going to learn lets you create your own path for the character, and it's my personal favorite for use in Machinima. So to start off, let's delete the things we don't need. First, we can delete this logic choreograph scene. We won't be using scene file as our face poser for the remainder of this segment. Just select it and press the delete key. We can also delete that target while we're at it. We won't need that either. Now we need to create a path for him. We do this using an entity called a path corner. So go to the entity tool and pull up path corner. Let's see, P comes after N. I know my ABCs, there it is. Okay, go ahead and place one of these in front of our guy here, then press select and double click on it. It's important to give this first one a name. I'm going to call it walk path. Then hit apply, then close. Now what we want to do is go to the top down view here, hold down the shift key, then drag it to where you want it, then repeat. And what's going to happen is that hammer will automatically start numbering your paths for you so they follow sequentially. So look at the name walk path. The next one is walk path 1, then walk path 2, and it will keep going like this. This way your NPC will know in what order to follow the path. So let's create some more of these, and for kicks, let's have him walk in a loop before he reaches his destination. So just select the last path corner here, hold down shift, and keep dragging it and releasing it to create new points. Oh, and the same rule about an entity being too far away applies here. These path corners won't work if you place them too far apart, but you can link them together so that the entire path is as long as you want it. There's no limit to how long your final path is. Okay, once you have a path laid out, we need a way to tell the character to follow it. There are a couple ways of doing this, but I like to use the one that gives you the most control, which is an entity called an AI scripted schedule. So go to the entity tool, and it's here somewhere. There we go. Now just place it anywhere. Then select and double click on it. For the name, you can name it whatever you want. I tend to call this a brain because it controls the NPC's movement, and if you look at the icon, it looks like a brain too. So I'm typing walk brain for mine. And for target NPC, this will be his name, Cop. For schedule to run, they give you a few options here. Right now it's set to walk to the goal entity, but all that will do is make him walk to the first point, then stop. So we want walk goal path, which will make him follow the whole thing. You can also make him run, but we'll just make him walk for this. For interruptibility, I usually select death. That means he won't be distracted easily and will walk this path as long as he's able. And finally, for goal entity, we want this to be the first point in the path, which in this case is walk path. Now apply, close. Now double click on the trigger here so we can activate this. Oh, and notice the error with the slash through it. That means you have an output function that isn't working. This is no surprise because we deleted our scene file. So let's go fix our output here. Now it needs to point to the AI scripted schedule. So on trigger, we want the entity named walkbrain to start schedule. Then hit apply, and that should take care of it. Now we could go ahead and run our map now, and it would work, but since you want to learn this stuff, let's go the extra mile here. Our cop here can run or walk, but he does not fly. So let's send an NPC that does fly. There aren't any that appear in the video, but let's go and add a seagull to this map. It's not that big a stretch. If you've lived near a coast, you've probably seen seagulls in parking lots before. I hear they get confused and think it's the sea. I guess that means they're not too bright, so don't feel too bad if you accidentally run over one with your car.